Under their new head coach, Joe Brady, Buffalo falling short again of their Super Bowl expectations. Made big changes in the offseason, and one of those, the new jerseys in the mix, the Nickel City jerseys, which got mixed reviews on social media and up here, but Josh Allen had their back.
Stop hating on the jerseys, guys. I don't know if you guys are hating. I don't know. I don't see anything, but they're great. I honestly like. Speaking of new, right? It's a new look. It is. I understand that, but we gotta be new, and I think these jerseys kind of are symbolic of that.
Well, it is a new time in Buffalo. Obviously, new stadium, new coach, new attitude, same quarterback, new wide receiver, among others. DJ Moore there to help the offense. Bradley Chubb there to help the defense, as they are hoping that this will be a different season in Buffalo, where they've been so achingly close. And I want to start actually this one with Hawk, because I've had a lot of people up here very high on the Bills, and DJ Moore is one of the big reasons. You are my receiver expert. Is the addition of DJ Moore, who's been, I mean, the Bears were willing to move on from him fairly easily. Is he the missing piece for that offense in Buffalo?
I believe he is the missing piece. And DJ Moore needs to be a legit number one receiver in Buffalo. I think the reason why it went sour in Chicago, it just wasn't a chemistry fit. You kind of felt that from the very beginning. And DJ Moore is the kind of player that can separate. And to be a separator, you got to have great quarterback play, a quarterback who understands that I'm trusting you to get open. You can beat man to man. I can make any throw because you can give me the space to put it in tight windows. And that's what Josh Allen is. And so for DJ Moore, he has to be that. He has to give Josh Allen viable weapons on every part of the field so they can take advantage of all the talent he is. He has to be the veteran receiver. He has to be able to lead those young guys and show them, hey, this is how you run this offense, because I have familiarity with Joe Brady and his offense. I'm going to be the veteran guy with great ball skills that understands professionalism, and just add a new element to that offense for Josh Allen to make it easier on him, as easy as it should be since Stephon Diggs left.
So that's what the receivers got to do. What does the quarterback need to do?
The key word Hawk said there is trust. Josh Allen's got to trust that his guys can make plays for him. I think you throw around the term hero ball a lot. You love Josh Allen for the intangibles, his athleticism, his arm talent. I mean, that's what has made him and this team so special the last couple of years. But I think you're seeing more of that because he hasn't trusted the guys around him to make plays when the ball's in their hands. He feels like he's got to get it downfield for them. DJ Moore in 23 and 24 was fourth in the NFL in yards after the catch. He's got to trust that he's going to get open. I can get the ball out quickly, get this offense to have a little more rhythm and a little less dependence on Allen. At times, you don't want to coach that out of him, but trust the guys around you because it's more talent with DJ than he's had in a while.
And I think it comes down to the defense on this team. Even with all the additions at DJ Moore, the defense was softer last year. It lacked a certain toughness that you need, particularly in that city. And they were looking for some edgy guys this offseason. They were going to bring in some guys that brought some character and attitude. And it looks like they've done that, and they're hoping that that defense can take the next jump, because Josh Allen is never going to be the issue in Buffalo. But if they can get the defense back to playing at a strong level, that would really help this team's cause.
So Buffalo trying to take another step with DJ Moore. Moore's former team, Chicago, also looking to take another step, and that's where Caleb Williams and the Bears had their first training camp practice yesterday, looking to repeat as NFC North champs for the first time in 20 years. Williams took a huge step forward in 2025, but the accuracy as a passer still lagged behind. Here's what I mean. Last year, Caleb had a 58% completion percentage. That was ahead of only one player. That was J.J. McCarthy. Here was Caleb now on improving the accuracy.
Just hit the easy ones, when they're there. Be in rhythm with myself. Be confident in my guys. Be confident within the play. Deliver a good ball. Deliver a catchable ball. And then from there, when things happen, I put on the cape and go do my thing.
I like being able to say that. And if everything breaks down, I'll put on the cape and then away we go. It's a nice luxury to have in your back pocket. But you've got two words for Caleb Williams.
Yeah, it's timing and rhythm, and two things that he kind of referenced right there in this offense. Think about a young quarterback in a new system, and Ben Johnson alluded to this. When you walk to the line of scrimmage as a quarterback, he's still thinking of what his guys are doing. What are my route adjustments? What's my protection? You're still playing ball on your side of the field. Year 2, he's got to play ball on the other side of the field. He's got to be better at defensive recognition, quicker. You know why he's missing some of those layups that he's talking about? It's just timing. He's not ready to get the ball out. He's not anticipating what the defense is doing, so he's late to some of those throws. His feet aren't where they need to be. His mechanics get hurried, and that's those off-target throws that we see, and you're like, wait a minute. He's so talented. He shouldn't miss something like that. It all has to do with between the ears, his anticipation and recognition, and that all goes back to timing and rhythm. Year 2, you will see a different guy in Caleb Williams. He'll clean that up.
And he sounded like a different guy, Schefter. You made mention of something else he said yesterday that I really liked.
Well, I think that there's a maturation process.
Yes.
And whether that means checking down and finding the easy throws or even the way you handle yourself. He talked about the fact this offseason that he slept better, ate better, and lost between 10 and 15 pounds. If you look at him on the podium there, his face looks thinner.
Yeah.
And that shows you that he is basically taking his job more seriously than he took it when he first came into the league. And I think this is all a part of the process. When you're losing that weight, he believes he should move smoother, quicker, which would make him better. But he's taking care of himself, looking after himself, and that should result in a more productive Caleb Williams.
Hawk, I've had people up here telling me the Bears are a candidate for regression. I don't buy it. What do you think in Chicago?
Yeah, I don't buy it. I think they're going to be better. I think their defense is going to be better. I think their pass rush is going to improve. I think Austin Cook is going to, give them some pass rush on the edge that he showed late in the season. And as it pertains to Caleb Williams, everything Schefter is saying is perfect. Everything Jordan is saying is perfect. The problem with Caleb Williams to this point is you understand how great of a talent he is. He also understands how great of a talent he is. And what happens for a lot of quarterbacks with that kind of arm talent, the reason why it's hard for them to stay in rhythm because they are, when I see it, I'll throw it kind of guys. And to be a good quarterback in the NFL, you have to understand anticipation. You have to understand rules. And if Caleb continues to take that step in Ben Johnson's offense, the way that he'll incorporate anticipation and the rules will set him up for even bigger hero moments where he can make that arm talent shine.
Timing and rhythm, the 2 words to remember. Coming up.
Meanwhile, Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson, not only the consensus top 2 picks in fantasy this season, they're both trying to get paid like the top 2 backs in the NFL. Both star running backs appear to be hold-ins with their teams at training camp looking for new deals to reset the market at the position. Here's senior NFL insider Adam Schefter with more.
It should surprise nobody. Both running backs have so much at stake, and both are poised to reset the market and become the highest paid running backs in NFL history. It doesn't make sense for them from a financial standpoint to step onto a field to risk injury while their contracts still are not done. Now, both running backs, Gibbs and Robinson, have had conversations at various points during the offseason. There will be deals that get done at some point this summer for both backs, Robinson and Gibbs. But as long as those deals are not done, it appears as if the running backs have decided that they cannot afford to be on the practice field risking any sort of injury. There's so much money at stake that they are taking the conservative approach, staying away, and by listening to their head coaches, I think they understand why, knowing the way these players have handled themselves.
Meanwhile, the Falcons quarterback room has taken another hit. According to our Adam Schefter, Tua Tagovailoa is sidelined with a tight back. And with Tua and Michael Penix Jr. both out, sources tell Schefter that the Falcons are signing Cooper Rush to strengthen their injured quarterback room that currently only has undrafted rookie free agent Jack Strand fully cleared for practice.
Meanwhile, Amina, the world waits with bated breath on Aaron Donald deciding to return to the LA Rams. Wait, is that just me?
Just you.
Oh. Well, the 35-year-old remains undecided if he does return. The whole point would be to see what it's like to share a defensive line with a player of equal stature and talent. That player, of course, being Myles Garrett, who shared his thoughts on the possibility of teaming up with Donald yesterday.
If he's here, I'm going to be excited to be his teammate, his partner in crime, and I think we can do great things. I think there's a lot we can learn from each other, and I'd love to pick his brain on the kind of things he does to attack his matchups, and I think the same could be said vice versa.
Donald, of course, drafted by the St. Louis Rams. Oh, what do you know?